the capital of Russia is an incredible place to explore. Visitors to Moscow come away spellbound at all the amazing sights, impressed at the sheer size and grandeur of the city. Lying at the heart of Moscow, the Red Square and the Kremlin are just two of the must-see tourist attractions. They are the historical, political, and spiritual heart of the city and indeed Russia itself. A fascinating city to wander around, stunning cathedrals, churches, and palaces lie side by side with bleak gray monuments and remains from the Soviet state. In this video, we explore the best tourist attractions in Moscow. We've collected a list of the top tourist attractions in Moscow, so make sure to include them in your list if you're a visitor. At first in the list, number 1, St. Basil's Cathedral. Located in the impressive Red Square, St. Basil's Cathedral is gorgeous. Its delightful spires appear as if out of a fairy tale. The most recognizable building in the country, the cathedral is very much a symbol of Russia. No visit to Moscow is complete without having taken in its unique and distinctive features. Ivan the Terrible ordered the cathedral's construction in the mid-16th century, and legend holds that Ivan put out the architect's eyes so that he would be unable to build another cathedral more glorious than St. Basil's. Designed to resemble the shape of a bonfire in full flame, the architecture is not only unique to the period in which it was built, but to any subsequent period. Number 2, Red Square. Drenched in history, the huge square is home to incredible sights such as the Kremlin, St. Basil's Cathedral, and Lenin's Mausoleum, among others. Consequently, it is not to be missed when in Moscow, as it really is home to the city's most stunning monuments. It is here that many important moments in Russian history took place. The former marketplace has hosted everything from Tsars coronations and public ceremonies to rock concerts and Soviet military parades. Wandering around the massive square is a humbling experience and undoubtedly one of the highlights the city has to offer. Number 3, Moscow Kremlin. This famously fortified complex is remarkably home to 5 palaces and 4 cathedrals and is the historic, political, and spiritual center of the city. The Kremlin serves as the residence for the country's president. It has been used as a fort, and this fact is made clear by its sheer size. The Kremlin's outer walls were built in the late 1400s. Under Ivan III, better known as Ivan the Great, the Kremlin became the center of a unified Russian state and was extensively remodeled. 3 of the Kremlin's cathedrals date to his reign that lasted from 1462 to 1505. Number 4, Bolshoi Theatre. The Bolshoi Theatre is the main theater in the country. The amazing opera and ballet performances it has put on over the centuries go a long way in explaining Russia's rich history of performing arts. While the Bolshoi Ballet Company was established in 1776, the theater itself was opened in 1825. The glittering, 6-tier auditorium is lavishly and decadently decorated. It is a fitting setting for the world-class performances that take place on its stage. Number 5, Gorky Park. Lying alongside the Moskva River, the huge Gorky Park is a lovely place to visit. Its extensive gardens are home to numerous cultural institutions, and visitors should definitely check out the Garage Museum of Contemporary Art. And while the eclectic exhibits may not always feature such incredible sights as a balloon-covered rider on a zebra, they certainly always succeed in pushing back the boundaries of art. Pop-up exhibitions and festivals can be found from time to time in the park itself, and there's an open-air theater and numerous eateries alongside a plethora of leisure activities. Number 6, Kolomenskoye. Once a royal estate, Kolomenskoye is now a museum reserve and lies a few kilometers outside of the city center. A captivating place to visit, there is a plethora of history on show, and the site overlooks the Moskva River. Consisting of 4 historical sites, there are extensive gardens for visitors to explore, as well as loads of interesting old buildings. The former village of Kolomenskoye itself and the impressive palace of the Tsar Alexei Mikhailovich, once considered the 8th wonder of the world by contemporaries. Number 7, Lenin Mausoleum. Opened to the public in 1924, Lenin's Mausoleum is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Moscow. The red granite structure is located at the heart of the city in Red Square. Lenin's embalmed body lies in a glass sarcophagus. It is a somewhat eerie experience walking past the former leader of the Soviet Union, but is well worth doing as you understandably can't do it anywhere else in the world. After visiting the mausoleum, head to the Kremlin wall right next to it for more graves of important communist figures such as Stalin and Brezhnev. Number 8. Novodevichy Convent. Drenched in history, the Novodevichy Convent is located in a striking building that was once a fortress. This captivating place is well worth visiting when in Moscow. Founded in 1524, the convent houses 4 cathedrals. Smolensk Cathedral is the undoubted highlight due to its delightful 16th-century frescoes. Wandering around the grounds is like stepping back in time. The Novodevichy Cemetery is where many famous leaders of the Soviet Union are buried, such as Yeltsin and Khrushchev. Number 9. Tsaritsyno Palace. Once the summer residence of Catherine the Great, the stunning Tsaritsyno Palace is now a museum reserve. The architecture is magnificent and there is a lovely park surrounding it for visitors to explore. Located in the south of Moscow, the palace was commissioned in 1775 and recent renovations mean its lavish interior looks better than ever before with its elegant halls and beautiful staircases. The exhibits on display look at the life of the Empress as well as the history of Tsaritsyno itself. At last in the list, number 10, VDNKh. Starting out in 1935 as the All-Union Agricultural Exhibition, VDNKh has slowly morphed over the years into the fascinating open-air museum of today. Remarkably, over 400 buildings can now be found within its confines. The huge park complex has numerous pavilions representing former Soviet republics on show, such as those of Armenia and Turkmenistan, and the distinctive architecture of each of the buildings is always interesting to gaze upon. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite tourist attractions in Moscow? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.